Welcome to And Know, where we can discover God's Word together. And Know is taken from the verse found in Psalm 46. Be still and know that I am God. Being still actually takes a lot of patience and energy. Every day we hustle from here to there. So let's challenge ourselves to take just a moment to be still and see where God might lead us today.
What a week this has been. I'm not sure where you find yourself today, but I think each of us can say that there are just some moments when everything seems to not be running smoothly. I mean, yay for the moments that do, but what a week. I've got one kid with a fever, another that just finished semester exams, a dog needing blood test, church stuff, work stuff, and also this bitter cold that those of us in the prairies are experiencing. It's just made it tough slugging. And that's what brings us to episode 11 of And Know. Now, I don't want to assume that everyone feels the same way I do. So I'm just going to talk from personal experience. If you are someone who feels like you are on top of the world, you've got your ducks in a row and those ducks all have matching outfits, more power to you. But I don't think I've lasted a week feeling like I've got my act all together. What's that one meme out there? I don't have my ducks in a row and I'm pretty sure one of them is a pigeon. I saw that online somewhere, and the fact of the matter is I didn't laugh at the saying. I resonated with it. Like, yes, I have a pigeon. But this podcast isn't going to focus on that pigeon. Instead, we're going to focus on the importance of embracing the fact that we don't always have to have it figured out. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to be giving you a top 10 list of how to keep your life organized or my go-to recipes for a quick meal prep, although I do have a few great ones. Those are really important. But what holds a greater importance is the ability to be transparent. Here's what I mean by transparent. Allowing yourself the freedom to be okay with the way things are, even if it's messy. What I mean is allowing yourself the freedom to ask for space, for extensions, for help. What I mean is allowing yourself the freedom to go for counseling, grab a visit with your pastor, a coffee with a trusted friend, really anyone you feel safe with, and say, I'm just tired. There seems to be this assumption that if you do the right things, say the right things, wear the right things, eat the right things, that all things will work out for you. And I just don't understand where that assumption has come from, because it's just not true. Hard things happen to good people. Prayers don't get answered the way we believe they should. So what does the Bible say about that? What does the Bible say about being in a mess? In one of the earlier podcasts, we talked about David, the writer of the Psalms. This shepherd turned king would, by all accounts, have had all you could ever dream of. Wealth, power, recognition, even a legacy that is talked about. I mean, he did defeat a lion and a giant, but still this man was troubled. So maybe what I mean by transparent is allowing yourself to enter into an honest conversation with God. Lay at His feet your worries, frustrations, and concerns. Here's some of the unburdening David is sharing with us. In Psalm 23, verse 4, even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm 62, verse 8, trust in Him at all times, you people. Pour out your hearts to Him, for God is our refuge. And in Psalm 143, verse 1, O Lord, hear my prayer. Listen to my cry for mercy. In your faithfulness and righteousness, come to my relief. Now, sometimes my prayers are simple, but more often than not, they are heavy. I don't want to disappoint anyone. I don't want to let anyone down. And that fear of a mistake can get me into a real tailspin. I push and push and push, giving no space to ask for help, or worse yet, accept any help. For anyone youngish listening, learn now that accepting help actually takes more strength and confidence than to try and just tough it out. I have been on both sides. I have refused help, and my help has been refused. Sometimes we really can be our own worst enemies. And know this, my best prayer time is in my car when I'm on my own. I'm sure those around me think I'm talking to myself, but this is where I unburden myself. It's where I put on my favorite praise and worship music and have those simple words from God's word wash over me. Often those are the starting points of my prayers. In the book of Matthew, Jesus tells us, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." How about we all just say, hey, to the pigeons we all have in our lives? Let's find strength in being transparent and find our rest when we come to Jesus. I promise you, there is nothing that is too much